Right, well, let's just go back to Tuesday. It's not quite what you would have wanted, but I'm guessing certainly in that second half and the first point, it's at least a little step in the right direction.
Yeah, I think like I said to the players after the game, that was us at 75%. I still expect another 25% on top of that, but it certainly was a lot of promising in signs. The performance as a whole, I think we should win the game, but we don't win the game. So listen, the performance was okay. We know we've got loads of areas we need to improve on, but it's a first clean sheet, and hopefully it's a stepping stone ready for Saturday.
Because I guess when you've had the start that you have, it is about plugging holes and fixing little things, and you're not going to fix everything all at once. So it's get what you can do and then build on it for the next one.
Yeah, but even if we'd won some of the games, which we probably, on hindsight, we probably deserved to win a couple of the games. Even when you've done that, there's so many things you need to do when you're working with a group and you're trying to come in and fix the many problems that the club's had over the period of time. So there's always going to be those times where you need to be improving, and there's loads of things that have been in the mix where we haven't quite hit the improvements as we'd have liked so far. But Tuesday was a decent footing of where we need to be kicking on from.
And I was looking back actually to your first couple of full seasons and the starts to those campaigns, which weren't awful, but you definitely improved as the season went on, and that's in 2 years when you've ended up getting promoted.
Listen, I don't think I've ever gone into a situation where I go into a football club where everything's rosy. There's always something to fix, and it's always a massive fix. So I'm used to it. You go back even when I was Salisbury manager, we got relegated 2 divisions. When I took over, the Rovers won as well. They're going to Cheltenham and scored a goal in 11 games. So I'm used to going into things. So that's why I don't get panicky. I don't really listen to the noise. I just focus on, me and my staff focus on trying to get us better. And we have to get loads better, and we understand that, but I don't get, how can I say, flustered, because this is where I've sat before. And with the course of that, having as many changes as we've had to do, the defined financial restraints we have to go through to be able to then get on that upward curve.
Yeah. So with all the sort of situations you've been in where it's not been ideal and you've managed to turn them around, how big a situation is this one in comparison to some of the other ones you've had?
It's right up there, because I think the club can continue to lose the amount of money we've lost over the last few years. It's just not sustainable, to be honest with you. So with the course of the relegation, we're all on the same page, myself, Ricky and the owners, of what needs to be done. We need to settle things down. We need to build a squad that the fans can connect to and be proud of. And with the course of that, we want to try and win as many games as we possibly can for that. Now, those are easy words to say, and they're hard to do. Myself and the coaching staff are working night and day to make sure that we try and get that flow and that rhythm as quick as we can, try and get the group connected, try and get the club connected, and obviously the players connected with the fans, which is the key. That is key for here. I felt it Tuesday night. There were momentums in the game where the supporters were right with us, and boy, am I going to need them. Because you could feel the confidence go through to the players. You could feel the energy onto the pitch. Does that make sense? So we have to put more performances on like that gets them going. But they've got they always have had this club that massive part to play, and we can do our bit by putting performances they can get behind. And I just felt on Tuesday, I thought, yeah, if we can get this place going, which I've got before, they can be a real asset for us.
And particularly up front, you've got Fabrizio, we've just been chatting to. He's coming in. It's a huge step change for him. Promise spent most of the last season on the sidelines. He hasn't had a lot of football. You've got a lot of strikers doing some good stuff, but they just need that thing to fall for them, and then hopefully the confidence blossoms.
Of course, I mean, listen, it's a problem as in if we're not creating chances. Promise has a great chance to take the lead against Chesterfield. We have one cleared off the line, we hit the crossbar. Isaac goes one round the post. Sots has a great opportunity. Our expected goals per game has been quite decent, but the game is about putting the ball in the back of the net, and we have to do that regular. But like you say, there is his promises on the back of a season where he picked up a real serious injury. I start to see Promise coming back to his best, the player I've seen when he was at Fleetwood on Tuesday night. Hopefully he kicks on now. I think he will do. Ellis get more minutes under his belt. Fabrizio, coming from a foreign country, is never easy to settle, but you see how the work rate, you see how the fans appreciated his work rate the other day. We've got Ollie Dewsbury, who we think is going to be a little gem for us as well, who's training hard, waiting for opportunities. So we'd like to think we've got goals in our team, but obviously we need to start putting the ball in the back of the net, because that's how you win games.
So I think there's 10 days or so left until we can all breathe a sigh of release and the window is closed. And until that happens, I'm pretty much contractually obliged to ask you, anything coming up, anything getting close?
Always the case, isn't it? Listen, I always say this about windows, and people will be sick of saying, let's judge the work after the window. What I can say is it's been a hell of a job, and testament to Ricky, you know, and the owners. We've had to cut quite a bit out of the budget. We've made a couple of really good player sales because we've had to do that, because, like I said, we can't keep continuing with losses. But now we want to bring in that real 2-3 quality of player that's going to make a difference into the starting 11. I don't want squad fillers. I don't need squad fillers. You know, I want to be able to put them into the team and then have really serious competition for places. But getting those is never an easy situation. So we're, especially with the restraints we've got a little bit at the minute, and so we got to keep going and keep working hard.
It's one of those where you just need a domino to fall somewhere else probably, and then that frees things up. But patience is a virtue, which is short supply this time of year, I guess.
Yeah, it is, but you also want to go in for the highest calibre player at the highest calibre price, at the right price. So, and sometimes you miss out one or two of them, and then you're looking at others. But you know what you don't want to be doing is rushing into and wasting money, which I believe, and this is no fault of anybody, has been a hell of a lot of wastage over the last 2 years, and I'm picking up the pieces for that to make sure that we're working at a sustainable level, and that we're building the club in the right manner. Because that's, you know, because as well, you know, that's what fans want to see, winning football, but also they want a football club at the end of it, and they want the facilities. You know, I had a good chat with the owners and Key at our club, as well as obviously being competitive on the football pitches, to make sure we get the facilities right.
Absolutely. So to build on particularly the second half and getting that first point on Tuesday night, another home game against a team you've played recently, obviously. How key is it? Every game you want to start well, but just building on that positivity could take you a long way on Saturday.
Yeah, it is. You just got to, like I said, just focus on the next game. Cambridge, I think the game will be a totally different game to the Carabao Cup game. We had different reasons why that performance was a very poor one, to be honest with you. But listen, they've started well. Got a good manager in Neil, great guy. Got a lot of time for Neil, but they'll be respectful of us, and they you know, Neil's been around the block like myself. Is that he knows what I'm trying to build here, and they're competitive. They've hit the ground running. We haven't quite done that on the points return, but hopefully we can Saturday get that 3 points.